CoritecOne operation, setting screen. To access the setting screen, you will notice 3 buttons on the bottom of the screen and the last being represented by 2 cogwheels. This is the settings button. Once in the settings screen, you will notice a lot of information available to you. Let's go over this information. The area in the top left corner of the screen is showing the position of the machine. This position will be the default position of the machine unless it is milling out an object or stuck in another position. The next area in the middle of the screen shows a service timer represented by a hand and a wheel cog. This will alert you when it is time to have the field tech come on site to service your machine. This service is scheduled for 1 calendar year after your installation. The machine image you see next to the service timer is alerting you that the door on the machine is open. The timer right below the service timer is a water cycle timer. The water should be cycled or replaced in the machine every 14 days. Below the water cycle timer, you will see the temperature of the machine. This is the internal temperature represented in Celsius. To the right of this area, you will see 3 buttons you can toggle on and off. The first button will turn on the water in the system. This will blow water out of the jets until you toggle the button off again. The button to the right of that is to turn on the optional suction unit should you have one. If you do not have one, this button will have no function. And the third button is to turn on the air instead of the water. This will blow out air through the water jets. The next button is represented by a Secchi disc, which looks like a circle with 2 dark colored quadrants and 2 light colored quadrants. This button will allow you to input the measurements from the calibration test specimen. Next, we have an admin tools button that is only accessible with an admin password for the machine. We don't allow end users to access this area to prevent them from damaging the machine. Back on the left side of the screen, you have a button represented by a house called the home button. This will move the machine to its default home position. The next button with a 180-degree notation in it will turn the holder 180 degrees to see the backside of your objects. To turn the holder back to its proper place, you should use the home button previously mentioned. The button to the right of this is the cleaning button. This will move the holder to the furthest point in the back of the machine to allow you to wipe out the forward section of the machine. The next button is used to perform collet maintenance on the machine. The last button in this row is used to reference the machine, allowing it to find the home position or default starting position for the machine. Below this section, you have the velocity slider. We don't recommend end users to adjust this slider at all. It is used to increase the speed in which your spindle will spin. Again, it is not recommended for use by the end user. That is all of the options on the settings screen.